weighted mean. When different x data values are assigned different weights, W, we can compute a weighted mean. The following formula can be used to compute the weighted mean. The weighted mean is the sample mean, which is equal to the sum of the weights times the value of x, divided by the sum of the weights. Now, let's take a look at an example 8. Now, before we look at that, this should look very familiar with finding the sum of the sample mean of a frequency distribution. So it kind of has the same type of formula. Now, we want to compute the grade point average. So in her first semester of college, a student of the author took 5 courses. Her final grades, along with the number of credits for each course, were A, 3 credits, A, 4 credits, B, 3 credits, C, 3 credits, and F, 1 credit. Okay? So, the grading system assigns quality points to letter grades as follows. An A is equal to 4. A B is equal to 3. C is equal to 2. D is equal to 1. And F is equal to 0. We want to compute her grade point average. So, what we're going to do is we're first going to list the courses in the first column. Okay? So, I'm going to go ahead and show you the first column. So there's the first column. We have the class, course 1, course 2, course 3, course 4, course 5. Okay? And then we're going to use the number of credits as weights, W. Okay? Because now we're going to create a column for the weighted column. Right? So for course 1, how many credits is it? Well, we can see that for course 1, it's 3 credits or weights. Okay? For course 2, it's 4 credits. For course 3, we have 3 credits. For course 4, we have 3 credits. And for course 5, we have 1 credit. Okay? Now, what is the total of those? When we add up the total weights, well, 3 plus 4 is 7, plus 3 is 10, plus 3 is 13, plus 1 is 14. And then we're going to replace the letter grades of A, B, C, and F with corresponding quality points. Because we know that for A, it's equal to a 4. Okay, we know that here are the points that are assigned. So for A is a 4, another A is a 4 here, a B is a 3, C is a 2, and F is a 0. So now we're creating a new column that represents the point value. So again, as I stated here, the A, which represents 4 points, is the 4 point there. We know that another A is 4 points. We know that a B represents 3 points. Okay, we know that C represents 2 points because that's the letter grade. Okay, so again, if you look up here, the first A is 4 points, the next A is 4 points, the next B is 3 points, and then the C is 2 points, and then the F represents 0 points. So now we know what the sum of the weights are. Now the next step is the following. What we want to do now is to find the following. So let me go ahead and move this just a little bit so you can see what's happening here. So now we create a new column here called the weights times the point value. So we're going to take the value of 3 and multiply it by the value of 4. So we're going to take the value of 3, multiply it by 4 to give us 12. Okay, and then we're going to take 4, multiply it by 4 to give us 16. And then we have 3 multiplied by 3, which gives us 9. And then we're going to take the value of 3 and multiply it by 2 to get 6. And then we're going to take the value of 1, which is the weight, and multiply it by the points of 0, which gives us 0. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to add up that last column. So we're going to add up 12, 16, 9, 6, and then 0. So in order to find the sum of that, we're going to add those all up, and that gives us 43. Now we want to be able to find the mean. So we know to find the mean, or the weighted mean, is taking the sum of the last column and dividing it by the sum of the weights. So we know that the sum of the last column is 43, and we're dividing it by the weights of 14, which then gives us 3.07 because we're rounding it to 2 decimal places. So therefore, the result is a first semester grade point average of 3.07. And then in using the preceding round-off rule, the result should be rounded to 3.1, but it is common to round grade point averages to 2 decimal places.